Hey, Brandon, just getting ready to get started.
Because the same people investigating this assassination attempt produced the Russia hoax, launched a coup against
Lovely.
Trump, raided his house, and are trying to put him in prison now. Congressman Michael Waltz says reliable sources tell him the Trump team has been putting in repeated requests for stronger Secret Service protection. The Secret Service denied this claim, but Obama had sheaths of bulletproof glass shielding him when he was running for president. And the Secret Service won't even check a roof with a clear line of sight to Trump's stage.
Hey, Nora, Lucky, how are you
It's one
doing?
of the biggest moments in American history.
Yeah, I don't want to read that. That's all crap. It's all bad news. I'm not a big fan of bad news. It is what it is. Okay, got my microphone. Microphone ready. All right, we're live here. We're live there. Let's go down to here. Audio. Audio input. There we go. Default. USB. No. Microphone. USB. There we go. Testing. Lovely. Now we get video. We need video. Okay, so we're live over here on Facebook, live over here on YouTube. Hey, how you guys doing over there on YouTube? Give me a few minutes to still getting started. Still getting set up. Brandon over there on Instagram getting set up. Over here TikTok getting ready to get started. A little bit smaller. Right there we go. All right, start streaming. Hey, Gallant is here early. Holy cow. Manage broadcast. Not for bloody children. Entertainment purposes only. Let's get ready to record. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live. Yay! Good evening, everyone. Here we go. Here we go. All right, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the ride for that safe, predictable, hey, Joe, consistent 1% per week. Now, are you going to get that? Well, you just might be able to. Let me just change this view here for a second. That way you guys get to read my lovely t-shirt. That's a no. And what the hell were you thinking? I think it's pretty, what do you call it? Lost for words. Self-explanatory. That's a good adjective for it. Self-explanatory. All right. We're going to go into the disclaimers first before we even get started, because we need disclaimers. So some people know that this is not really stock advice, not investing advice. Hey, Bakaris. Hey, James made 1% on covered call last week. Cool beans. Got to do that consistently, Bakaris. Consistently, 1% per week, week after week after week after week, comes over 50% per year. That's freaking awesome. Way to go. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? And Brosnan's here. And what is this? Nancy Gonzalez. How you doing there, Miss Nancy? All right, so let's get started. First off, I am not a professional trader. I am not an financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax professional. I'm basically a nobody. I have no PhD. I have not gone to college. I have not done anything special with my life other than support my family, raise some kids, run a business, sell the business, blah, 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 living the American dream, so on and so forth. Hey, Doc's here. How's it going there, Doc? So, when I say something, I would really appreciate it if you guys did your own research. When I say Comcast, Okay, I like Comcast. That doesn't mean I'm saying to buy Comcast. That's not what it means at all. I'm just telling you what I like. It is up to you to do your own research. What brokerage should I use to buy and sell stocks? Butch, I use Thinkorswim, which is through TD Ameritrade. I can't really tell you what to do because I have no idea what it is you're looking to do. Okay, I don't know what kind of time frame you have. I do not know what kind of technical skills you have. I don't know. I don't know anything about you, Butch, so I really can't tell you what to do. And I don't tell anyone what to do. Okay, there's a bunch of trading platforms out there. I use Thinkorswim, which is through Charles Schwab. I also use Robinhood, which is a mobile broker. But they all do the exact same thing. They allow you into the doorway of the American Stock Exchange so you can buy and sell stocks, become stockholders. That's what that's what those brokerage accounts are for. All right. Damn it. I don't want to seem to go away. All right. Let's get started. First off, let me explain to you where this trading strategy came from. Give you a little bit of history on it. Might give you a better idea of what we're doing here. Now, when I say dividend investing for weekly cash flow, what does that basically mean? Well, it means I invest in dividend stocks and I'm looking for a safe, secure, predictable 1% per week using pre-qualified dividend stocks, and those are companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders for a minimum of 20 consecutive years. Now, when you go to the stock market, we looked last night, there's 9,588 companies available that you can choose from at any time. Now, I only like those companies that have consistently increased their dividends. That means they're consistently profitable for 20 consecutive years. That means 2 decades of higher and higher and higher and higher. Not every once in a while, I'm talking every single year, they're giving higher and higher dividends to their shareholders. Why is that important to me? Well, I'm at that point in my life where I'm retired, where the money that I have invested has to go to support my lifestyle. Okay, you guys are all going to be there at some point in time. Okay, you're in your working years, yeah, you have the ability to work and to put money into some kind of investment, either savings accounts, CDs, bonds, private companies. How much money do I need to live off dividends? Cook Sean, I have no idea what you need. Okay, me personally, I don't need that much. Hey, Jessica King, how you doing? You have to decide. I mean, we're all adults here. We know what our mortgage is. We know what our electric bill is. We know what our phone bill is. We know what our insurance is. We know what we pay for gas. We know what we pay for food. We know how much we like to go out and spend and have fun. You should know all that stuff right off the top of your head. Hey, Pickled Peanuts. Nice to see you again. So you should know at some point in your life what you need in order to retire comfortably. What stocks are best for dividends? All right, Cook Shawn Michaels, you're new here. Sit, chill, relax. We're going to get into everything a little bit. You're right, Nancy over here on Instagram saying everybody's different. You have got to figure out what you need. Kate, how often do you personally need to be in the charts throughout the week to maintain your goals, etc.? Ooh, that's a good one. Old school, all right. I'm 19 years old and trying to invest early. That's awesome. Good for you. Sit back, relax, ask questions, and one of the biggest questions you really need to ask yourself is, does it make sense? Is this something that I can do? All right, you're 19, you have a long way to go. I'm 60. If you would like to trade, I'd be more than happy to give you everything I got, and I'll be 19 again. Wouldn't bother me a bit. I like to keep all the knowledge I have, though. Starting over again at 19 with all the knowledge I have, holy cow, that'd be awesome. Yeah, just sit back, relax, absorb as much information as you possibly can, and ask yourself, does it make sense? Is this something I can do? How many weekly positions do you hold? Now, I have 6 different accounts, so I have over 30 positions. But normally, for my own personal account, there's only like 6. What do you mean by trade? You ever see that movie 18 again? I think they made it twice. Once with, hold on. think back in the 80s they made it with George Burns, and then they made a remake again with, oh, what's his name? Uh-oh. Nike. Is Verizon on your list? Yes, Verizon's on my list. I'll think of it in a minute. All right, let's just get started, get going, so you guys see what we're doing. Nike is, Gallants, Nike is on our list today. Where is it? I don't know where it is. But let's get started. FBTC is first on our list. Now, you guys suggest stocks. I take a look at them. However, I do prefer you guys do a little bit more research when you tell me to look at something, because I like companies that have 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Okay? Weekly options and dividends. It's like when you guys give me companies that don't have dividends, it just wastes a lot of our time. All right. FBTC. Never heard of it. FBTC. Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund. That's going to be a no. I can tell right off the bat. ABT, Abbott Labs. Sheila! Ooh, we were going to do Abbott Labs last night. Well, let's take a look at it right now. ABT. There we go, Miss Sheila. Chart looks interesting. 105. Nice pick, Sheila. What do you think about SABR? All right, Sean Michaels. You're going to need to do a little bit more research and dig deep, because SABR, I've never heard of it before. So more than likely, it probably doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends or weekly options. All right, Doc, I see you want to look at, I see what you want to look at, Doc. We'll get to that in a second. We're doing this for Miss Sheila, Abbott Labs. First thing I want to see, Hakuna, how are you over there in Sweden? Okay, first thing I always want to see is, what am I paying for it? Okay, 105. Well, what can I sell the 105 for? The 105 I can sell for 244. Well, that's over 2%. I like 2%. 2% works great for me. But what is the chart telling me? The high, the low, where it was, where it is, what direction it's going. That's the first thing I want to look at. See, the high is here. The low is down here. Right now, we're somewhere in the middle. I like that. I don't like to be at the high, and I don't like to be at the bottom. I want to be somewhere in the middle. Okay, so next, last 90 days. Here we go, last 90 days. She drops, goes up, pulls back, up, down, up, down, up. She's in an up cycle at the moment, and the big move that it made today, more than likely, is going to be profit taking. Look at the amount of volume. Now, when I say look at the amount of volume, I'm talking about these blue lines at the bottom. If we want to take a really good close look at that, we're going to do a little bit of this. All right. Here's Abbott Labs. There's the low for the year, 89.67, and 121.64 was the high. All right, so take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days would be right here. Here's the last 30 days. See how she goes up, and drops, goes back up, drops again, and goes back up again. Look at the volume for today. This thing has an average volume of about 4 million shares a day. See that? These little blue lines down here at the bottom. It's an average about 4 million shares a day. Today, 13 million shares. That's a big jump. From 4 million to 13, that's a 300% increase. Why? Why did they have a 300% increase in volume? Why did that thing jump up so much today? But anyway, she's still in an upward trend. Okay, she went up, she pulled back, now she's going up again. So if you like it, that's the big question you need to ask yourself. Do I like Abbott Labs? And do I like Abbott Labs at 105? That's like the most important question at hand at the moment. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. All right. So Sheila, let's take a quick look at the seasonality for this. Okay, so here we are here. Right there, the crosshairs. So she's going to go up a little bit and just stay up for the next couple of weeks. Great, if you like Abbott Labs. Now, let me explain to you where this trading strategy came from so you might understand a little bit better when I say certain things. First and foremost, I created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter back in 08. 08, she wanted to know what I was doing. Ed, how are you doing there? Mr. Ed. I can't pronounce that name, so I'm just going to call you Ed. Nancy, I sent a request to be in your live. Okay, Nancy, I have no problem whatsoever inviting you to the live. However, I do need to have a conversation with you first because I want to make sure you're going to contribute to the conversation. You don't want to talk about religion or politics or anything like that. So send me a DM with your phone number. We'll have a conversation. And if you want to come back another day to be on the live with other people, fine. All right. If you like Abbott Labs. Okay, so first of all, this trading strategy came about when my 9-year-old daughter asked me, Daddy, can you teach me doing what you're doing? I said, okay. So, figuring out how to teach a 9-year-old how to trade, there's a couple of things I needed to figure out. It needed to be safe. Whoa, it's that Facebook. It keeps jumping off of there. You got that, see if I can get this back on here so it'll stay. Good thing I moved it because last time it did a nosedive, it landed right on my computer. I had to reboot everything. All right. All right, there we go. Is that crooked? Whoops. There you go. Oh, so in 08, my 9-year-old daughter wanted to learn how to trade, so I had to figure out, it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. Well, I had to come up with a couple of rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, make sure the company has 20 years of increased dividends. Rule number 4, weekly options are a must. Rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. Let me explain them individually. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term because you just might have to. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Stocks go up. There's no guarantee that when you buy it, it's going to go up. What if it goes down? Well, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to go up or it's going to go down, one or the other. And you need to be prepared for that. Never buy something you don't want to own long term. Very, very important. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Make it plain and simple. It just defeats the purpose. Never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, make sure the company has 20 years or more of increased dividends. Main reason why is because why would you put your money into a company that's not continuously profitable? Okay, yeah, they're upcoming young starts. Okay, fine, great, if that's what you're looking for. Here, I'm looking for safe, consistent, predictable. I gotta say that word over again. Safe, consistent, predictable, 1% per week. I don't want to put my money at risk. I'm retired. Okay, that money has to save me for the rest of my life. I have no desire whatsoever to go back to work. So the money I have set aside has to pay all my bills. Okay, so 20 years of increased dividends. That means the company is consistently profitable for 20 years or more. Okay, and then consistently every single year, higher and higher and higher. Not every once in a while, every single year, higher and higher dividend. Because absolute worst case scenario, if everything goes to shit, at least I'm getting higher dividends every year. 4, make sure the company has weekly options. Well, I wouldn't have weekly cash flow without weekly options. Most of the companies I look at have weekly options. I don't do companies that have monthly options because they can only do it 12 times a year. And even though I'm not a college graduate, I do know that 52 checks is a heck of a lot better than 12. Okay? Rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by the numbers? Well, simple. First thing we'll look at is the stock, is the last trade of the close, the open, the high, the low, the close, the bid, the ask, the volume. That's everything you need to know about the stock itself in relationship to the price in today's situation. Okay, what did it open at? What did it close at? What was the high? What was the low? How many shares were traded? That's all that information right there. Below that, down here, okay, down here is the option chain. Now, I'm sure you've heard of stock options. Stock options are very simple. Party Spring, how are you doing over there? What was I saying? Damn it, getting old sucks. One of the first things to go is your mind. Forget things. That's why I write stuff down. Oh, the numbers. Okay. The option chain. If I'm buying it here, okay, the bid is what I can sell it for. The ask is what I have to pay for it. Right? If I'm buying it at 105, I want to sell somebody the rights through what is called a covered call, which means you are covered, which you are secure, which you buy right, whatever the terminology is. If you don't understand it, there's a lot of videos on YouTube, covered calls, okay? It is one of the safest trading strategies there is. So if I'm buying it at 105, I'm going to sell a covered call against it, giving somebody the right, selling somebody the right to buy it from me for the exact same amount of money I just paid for it. So if I paid at 105 and I'm selling it for 105, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? No, it doesn't. Because what am I after? I'm not after the stock appreciation with the stock going up. No, I don't. I don't really care if it goes up. What I'm after is this right here. This is the premium. If I buy it for 105, I sell it to someone else for 105, and I get $2.44. Well, $2.44 is more than 2% of the purchase price. Let's find out exactly what it is. To find out what your rate of return is when you're doing covered calls, you find out what the call premium is. The covered call, the call option. I don't do put options here. Okay, calls, puts. I don't do puts. No. No, I want to see if I can get rid of the puts. Oh, never mind. I'll figure that out another time. So if I'm buying at 105, I'm selling for 105, I'm collecting $2. No, that's this week. That's 2 days from now. Is that right? Wow, that's nice. Alrighty. So if I'm buying here, selling here, collecting this is my profit for this week. So I'm going to put in 215. 215, and I'm going to divide it by the purchase price, which is 105. 105, and that'll give me a profit for this week of 2%. All right, so if I buy it here tomorrow morning, I sell this tomorrow morning, I collect this tomorrow morning, then if by the end of Friday it's over 105, I'll be back into cash the following week, which is what I'm looking for, and I get to collect my 2%. 2% is better than 1%. Now, do I get 2% all the time? No, but I'll take it. And if I like Abbott Labs, that's a big question. Do I like Abbott Labs? All right, so Doc wanted to take a look at a few. Even though, Doc, we did talk about these earlier. Okay, first thing, Macy's. The 17th, here we go. 30 days ago today, we opened up at 1837. Our 30-day high was 2047, and that was on the 5th of July. See that? 5th of July. Okay, she made a big, huge drop right here. Big drop. Okay, apparently the investors walked away from the table, the negotiation table, and the market maker dropped the price. Okay, fine. So she drops down. Our 30-day bottom is 1607. Okay, yesterday, 1676, today 1665. Okay, so where's it going to go? I really don't know. Hypothetically speaking, this gap should fill eventually. Okay, whether it fills this week, next week, or the week after, but eventually it will fill. Now, to make money in the stock market, you buy low and you sell high. Well, we haven't seen Macy's this low in quite a while. Let me pull back a little bit and give you a good look at the year chart so you can get a good idea what I'm talking about. Okay, here's the 1 year chart for Macy's. Okay, a year ago we were at 1405. She went up a little bit to about 17, dropped down, and here's our bottom right here, right around 1050. And she shoots up. By the end of the year, last year, she was at 20. And look at this, from November all the way up until last week, this thing channeled. What does channeling mean? Well, it means it stayed between 18 and 20 for 7 months. And just the past couple of days, it dropped. So now it's in a new area, which is right at $16, $17, and that's some point in that area. So, do I think it's going to stay here? I don't know. I like Macy's. I made a lot of money off of Macy's this year. I have no intention whatsoever to walk away from Macy's, but that's me. So if I wanted to get some more Macy's, which I already own it, $16.90, the closest one's going to be the 17. That's about 1% right there for the next 2 days. Thursday and Friday. That's crazy. Wait a minute. Is today Wednesday or today Thursday? Today was Wednesday. Thursday and Friday. We got 2 days left for the week. Holy cow. Just got to let you guys know. This weekend I'm flying up to Maine, so we're going to do we're going to do the nightly call from Maine, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be able to do that because I'm not bringing all the cameras. I'm just probably bringing 1 or 2. That's probably it. Okay, Potty Spring, what is the premium? The premium's the amount you make. It's like an insurance premium. It's like when you buy insurance for your car or you buy insurance for your home, well, you're buying insurance for your stock. Okay, if I'm buying insurance for the stock, if I'm buying at $16.90, my insurance policy is going to be the 17. I'm selling it to someone else at 17. They're going to pay the policy or the premium, which is right here, whatever it is here. And at this moment, it's between 16 cents a share and 21 cents a share. What am I looking to get? Well, I'm looking to get 17 cents a share for, for my 1%. All right. So anyway, Doc, that's Macy's. I don't see it going down any further, but you never know. All right. I mean, the investors walked away. Big deal. So they're up for negotiating for selling out. Okay, so what? If they do, great. If they don't, fine. It's Macy's. They've been in business for over 100 years. I really don't think they're going anywhere. All right, Doc wants to look at MPW next. MPW. All right, last year we're at 989. Topped it off at 1072. That was back to the end of July. It bottomed out in middle of January at $2.94. I can get some elementary school kids to come up with $2.94 per share. Now, last 90 days, basically, 440, jumped up to 520, dropped to 370, shoots up to 660, drops up, down, up, down, up, down. Here's our 30-day bottom right here. So let's go the last 30 days, which is right here. Here you go. Here's your 30-day high. Well, it's today, which is the new 30-day high. But the previous 30-day high was 30 days ago. Okay, and then on the, what is it, the 3rd or the 4th? No, the 2nd was the 30-day bottom. And 9 days to the upside. There's going to be profit taken pretty soon. Now, I would like to be... I would like it to be over $4.50 come Friday. We got 2 days left. Is she going to be over $4.50 on Friday? I don't know. What happens if you don't make your premium? All right, Party Springs over here on Instagram. If it is listed here, okay, if it is listed, then the market maker is required by law to fill it if you fill it at the market. Okay, there's a whole bunch of different orders. Okay, let's go over some of them. There is a market order, which is, hey, I want it right now. There is a limit order. This is the price I want. There is a stop limit. There is a trailing stop. There is a trailing stop limit. There is an MOC, which is a market on close. LOC, I don't know what that means. But I only use market orders and limit orders. I don't use stops. I don't use stop losses. I don't use any of that kind of stuff. I like to keep it as simple as possible. So if, Party Springs, if it is posted here, all right, remember, rule number 5. Rule number 5 is make sure the numbers work. Well, first off, what is the current price? $485. What am I buying it for? $485. What can I sell it for? Well, I can sell the $450 or I can sell the 5. The 5 is only going for 2 cents. That's for this week. I wouldn't do this week because there's only 2 days left. So let's get out of the 19th, which is this Friday, and we'll go to the 26th, which is next Friday. Now, from where we are here to next Friday, I don't see it being above 450 because this thing should turn around pretty soon. So look at we have 11 days of up. It's going to find a top, it's going to turn around, and it's going to start to go down because that's what stocks do. They go up, profit taking goes down. Now that stock is cheap again, we start buying, goes up, down. That's all they do. They go up, they go down. That is it. All right, I don't know how much longer the MPW is going to go up. So I would like to be out this week. Okay. That being said, well, let's move on to the next one. Oh, MPW. What's MPW usually do this time of year? All right, check that out, Doc. For the next couple of weeks. Okay, she's going to go tiny bit to the upside. See that? Tiny bit to the upside. Which is great for covered calls and spreads, which is what we're doing. All right, that was MPW, Walgreens. Ooh, we all like Walgreens, WBA. Now, Walgreens, we've been looking for the 30-day bottom for quite a while. MAXN, Mr. Babs, MAXN. I wrote it down. We'll take a gander at it. Okay. WBA, our high was 31.27. That was back in August of last year. Hey, Mr. Babs, how you doing? Our bottom 10.69, which was last week, the week before. It was the last 30 days. Now we've been waiting to find a 30-day bottom for quite a while. We finally found it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside. There are a lot of people that were asking me, why are you going into Walgreens? It keeps dropping, keeps dropping, keeps dropping. Well, the company's been around for over 100 years. They had 8,700 stores, 8,700 stores. Yeah, the whole world is falling to crap, and they're going to close a few stores due to crime and lack of the current administration wanting to prosecute thieves. Let's slap them on the wrist and throw them back out there. If they steal $900, let's not bother. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Okay, I'm a capital punishment kind of guy. You steal something, cut off your hand. You learn pretty damn quick. Okay, so how many generations of people with one hand do you have to figure out? So hey, if you steal, you get your hand cut off, well, stop stealing. There's no real repercussions for your actions. That's why we're in the situation we're on. I'm not going to get into politics. Let's move on. So that's WBA. Doc, Wells Fargo. Ooh, WFC. Same thing with Wells Fargo. Check it out. A year ago, 44.37. Bottomed out in late September at 38.28. Okay, topped it off at the middle of May at 62.45. Look what happened. Okay, way up here, 62.50, and then she drops down to 56.50. Back up, back down, back up, back down, back up, back down. Look at this big, huge drop. When we had this big, huge drop here, I'm going to zoom into that a little bit closer. Okay, here's the last 30 days. Right here, Thursday. Okay, this one right here. Very next day, look at that drop. Okay, as soon as I saw that, I bought a bunch. Why? We're talking Wells Fargo, another 100-year-old company. So they have a little bit of bad news. Big deal. You have bad news all the time. People come, people go. Good news, bad news comes and goes. The company's been around for over 100 years. I don't think it's going anywhere. So they had a big drop. I bunched it because you're going to make money when you buy at the bottom. Buy low, sell high. Well, you got your 30-day bottom here. Okay, your previous 30-day bottom right there. Your 30-day top. What happens at a 30-day top? Well, there's going to be profit taken. Well, there was. Now we're right down to here. Okay? Then she retraces a little bit. Then you have this big, huge gap down, creating a new 30-day bottom. Well, what happens when you have a 30-day bottom? Usually, people say, wait a minute, this is really cheap. Let's jump in and let's buy some. Well, look at the jump. Okay, it went from 55.55. Now we're at 60.91. That's 5, 6. That's almost a $6 move. A $6 move on a $50 stock, that's 10%. You get a 10% move, well, there's going to be profit taken. Now, the high is not much further away. Look where the high is. The high is at 61.20. Well, we're sitting at, we had a high today at 61. We're 20 cents off of the 30-day high. Well, pretty soon, there's going to be profit taken. There was profit taken a couple of weeks ago when it hit 61, so what makes you think it's not going to do the same thing? If it was more than $60, it would have went up higher a couple of weeks ago. But you and I, the buyers and sellers, we think that's all it's worth. Okay, so it's going to hit that number maybe tomorrow or the next day, and then she's going to drop. Hypothetically speaking, depending on, because that's what it has been doing. She goes up, she pulls back. She goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, goes up. Once she gets too high, it's going to pull back again. So, Wells Fargo, I'm going to write it down not for next week. I'm going to write it down for the week after next. Because the way I'm looking at it, this thing's going to turn around pretty soon. And then sometime next week, she's going to be way down here, hypothetically speaking. And then the week after, she'll be ready to turn around and go back up again. So I'm going to put Wells Fargo down for 2 weeks from today. All right. All right, last one, Doc. Siri. Really? S-I-R-I. A year ago, we topped out at $7.99. Check it out. $7.99. Big drop, retrace, big drop, retrace. That's where we are now. Let's take a look at what's going on. All right, first thing I want to see are the numbers. What am I buying it for? 366. The 350 is going to be the closest. 22 cents. That's a nice premium. Take 16 cents off of that. What the hell is that? Oh, that's 7 cents. Well, that's 2%. If you take, all right, if I'm buying at 366, okay, $3.66, and I sell it for $3.50, well, I'm losing 16 cents right off the top. So you take your 16 cents off of the premium, and that leaves me with 7 cents profit. Well, 7 cents profit on a $3.50 stock is 2%. Okay, so the stock needs to stay above 350. Well, right now it's at 380. That's above 350. But let's take a closer look. All right, the last trade was 380. The bid, 365. The ask, 366. Now, did anybody catch that? Last trade, 380. Both the bid, 365, and the ask, 366, are both lower than the last traded price. That's a little bit of an indication that the market maker is going to drop the price tomorrow. Okay, so here we are. Here we are with the chart. Take a look. Okay, the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 265. Okay, bottomed out at 255. She went up, pulled back, 30-day bottom there. Then she shoots up here, big pullback the next day, shoots back up. Here's our high again. Now she's pulling back. Now she's going to the downside. I'm in a position, I believe, at 350. Hold on. Yeah, the 350 puts. So as long as this thing stays above 350, I'm good to go. Okay, as long as she's above 350, I'm good to go. So right now she's at 380. So we got 2 days. We got tomorrow and we got Friday. All right? Can it go below 250 by 350 by Friday? Well, yes, it can. All right. Here's where we are now. 380. 350 is right here. If she's below 350, well, I'll have to think about it then. All right. So I got 81 questions to go. My goodness, that was a lot. All right. Do you have YouTube or anything that teaches this? Exactly how do you make money doing this? All right. Sean, chill, relax. The stock market's been around for 400 years. It ain't going anywhere. Right? How do you make money in it? Well, you buy at certain price, you sell at certain price, and you get the difference between what you bought it for and what you sold it for. What are some other stocks you're looking for? Well, Party Springs, I look at over 300 different companies. Let me give you a quick list of what I'm looking for. Some of the stocks on my list. Verizon, AbbVie, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Global Life, MasterCard, Bank Mellon, Procter & Gamble, Capital One Finance, Wells Fargo, Ally, and Aon. There's a bunch right there for you. Now, usually, I just tell people go look at the Dividend Kings, the Dividend Aristocrats, the Dividend Champions, the Dividend Contenders, and then Warren Buffett's list. That's a nice list to go by. Right there, you'll find about 300 companies that all have increased their dividends for more than 20 years. All right. More questions. Today, your t-shirt makes sense. 4-string king, cool. Evening, Larry. Finally, good. Holding long STR. Joshua, STR. Oh, I haven't picked on anyone in a while. All right, Joshua, STR, why? Why? All right, let's get a better one right here. Yahoo Finance. We're going to go to STR. STR. All right. Okay. STR is offering a 6.57% yield. That means you're putting your money, $25.25 per share, and you're getting a 6.57 return. Okay, you like that? Fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I never tell people what to do with their money. But for me, hell no. Why would I want to invest a company that's giving me 6.5%? When I'm looking at gaining 1% per week. Now, 1% per week is 50% per year. All right? 50% per year, Joshua. All right, now, this company's a big fat no. Okay? That's a no. They started paying dividends in 2022. 71, 72, and then they started going backwards. 60, 50, 40, 30, 49, 50, 41. Yeah. Explain to me in a manner which I'll understand, Joshua, why you think that's a good thing. Okay, at least get a company that consistently increases their dividends. If it's not profitable, which clearly they're not, and they started out giving 71 cents per share, which means the first and second year, all right, they're doing halfway decent. 71 cents a share. The next year, they're giving 72 cents a share. And then they dropped it down to 60. Well, they just cut it by more than 10%. And then look at this. In the next one, they cut it by more than 10% again. And then they cut it by 20%. Yeah, that's a big fat no. That's a what the hell are you thinking when you put your money into this piece of crap? Just my personal opinion. If you work there, I don't mean to insult you or any of your workers, but if it's not paying and consistently increasing, why would you do that? R-way, R-W-A-Y. Another one. Well, at least this one is increasing its dividends. 33, 36, 45, 45, 45, 46, 47, 47. All right, well, at least they're increasing their dividend our way. What kind of a yield are they giving? Okay, they're giving a 15% yield. That's a hell of a lot better than STR. Go by the numbers, seriously. If you're going to be putting your hard-earned money into a company, look at the numbers. What are you, what are you investing in? How much cash return are you getting? All right, I am showing you safe, predictable, screen's too bright. Yeah, everybody says that. I'm showing you safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And you're showing me crap that gives you 6 or 7%? Yeah, no. Jen, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Sorry, Jen, it's taking me a while to get through all the comments. All right. Baseball Swim Dad. Good evening, James. Looking forward to today's live. Cool. On Yahoo Finance. Yeah, I get that. I mean, that I have no control over Yahoo Finance and the brightness of their screen. I made $63 on SoundHound today. I'm stoked. All right, Larry, way to go. Now, I don't tell anybody what to do. SoundHound's not on my list. All right, where do you teach this strategy? Right here. Hey, Recon's here. We can all get started now. Recon finally showed up. All right, in depth. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, Sean, I've written 14 books. There are, I believe, 12 or 13. 12 of them are available on Amazon. I'm getting ready to transfer them to audiobooks. It's on the list of things to do. I have a huge list of things to do. I still haven't got an email responder working. So you guys sending me emails, I have no idea to email back to you guys yet. Hey dude, what's your net worth? Enough to allow me to quit working. After this week, are you still saying no to Wendy's from 15 to 18 plus a 6% dividend? What was Wendy's ticker symbol? Was it WEN? WEN? Wendy's. Yep. Until Wendy's changes from a monthly optionable stock to a weekly optionable stock, it's a big fat no. Sorry, dude. And what else? How else can we pick on Wendy's? WEN. 5.48. 5.48. That is what the yield is for Wendy's. Okay? What are they doing for dividends? Let's check that out. Prices, dividends only, maximum dividends. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a big fat no. Now, look, 2003. They've been paying dividends since 2003. Okay, great. That's more than 20 years. But look, 2003, 7 cents. 2004, 7 cents. 2005, 7 cents. That's 3 years they haven't increased. Okay, then 2005, they go to 8 cents. And 2006, 8 cents. 2007, 8 cents. 2008, 8 cents. Yeah, no increase whatsoever. Now look at 2009, 2 cents. So they go from 8 cents to 2 cents. They just discounted the dividend by 75%. Okay, 2009, 2 cents, 2010, 2 cents, 2011, 2 cents, 2012, 2 cents. Really? And you think this is good? So it's the 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 9 to 10 to 12 to 13 to 25. Okay, fine. Dandy, you like it? Wonderful. To me, it's a big fat no. Okay, they're not consistently increasing, number one. Number two, they have monthlies. Number three, the yield is absolutely horrible in my humblest of opinions. So, BRKB all the way? Yeah, Wendy's is a big fat no. Barry, option chain, stock options, yep. Weekly options, stock auctions. Michael, he has a morning class, send him a message, that works. Do you hold WBA after the collapse? Now, Terry, I'm not, hey, Josh, over here on Instagram, how you doing? Just joining in? I'm not sure you can call it a collapse. How do you feel about BND? BND. Big fat no. BND, no. It's a monthly, and it's very choppy. La 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 la. Okay, so Terry, when a stock goes down, you can call it collapse, you can call it a crash, you can call it whatever you want. I call it a correction. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That's what they do. Okay, they go down to a certain point where you get pressure from the shareholder saying, what the hell's going on? Do something. So they put the pressure on, do something, they finally did something. WBA. Take a look. A year ago, we're up here at 30 bucks. Now we're down here at 10. Bouncing off 10, 6 days to the upside. Best time to buy a stock. Hey, Simone's here. Best time to buy a stock is at the bottom. You cannot get any more at the bottom than the 7-year low on Walgreens. Walgreens hasn't seen this low in 7 years. Yeah, they're having issues. Well, every company has issues. The company's been in business for over 100 years. It went through World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the stock market crash, what do you call it, the dirt bowl, the dust bowl, the Great Depression. Okay, went through all this crap for the American economy for 100 years, and they consistently increased their dividends. And there's 8,700 stores worldwide. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to fold up anytime soon. Yeah, they're cutting off 25% of their stores, getting rid of the bleeders. Get rid of them. If they're not performing, hey, if you're at work and your division keeps losing money year after year after year, well, yeah, you're going to fire your ass and bring in someone that does better, or just close the store altogether. Hakuna. Must the dividend increase every single year for you to be interested? Can you make an exceptions for some years? I do. Hakuna, I do make exceptions for some companies. Now, Walgreens I make an exception for. I make an exception for 3M. I make an exception for Yum Brand. I make an exception for, there's a few more. Macy's. I make an exception for a bunch of companies, but they have to be at the top of their game. Macy's has name recognition beyond belief. More questions? Sir Pike, dividend stocks, question mark. I'm not quite sure what you mean by question mark. Okay, we're going to Lubeck next week. Alrighty then. How about QDTE? Sir Pike, QDTE. Should I say no now or should I say no later? No, absolutely not. I don't do electronically traded funds because they're usually always crap, and it's a monthly optionable stock, which means I can only do it 12 times a year. And elementary school, they taught me that 52 is better than 12. So I only do weekly optionable stocks. I see lobster rolls in your future. All right, Cop Rick. Yeah, no, you don't. Okay, I was a lobsterman for years back in the 80s. Okay, me and my buddy went out and we got like 36 lobsters. We ate 36 lobsters in one sitting. We went through, I think, 3 pounds of butter. Okay, at one point it was claws, tails, that was it. Claws, tails, claws. We just threw everything else out. Claws, tails, that was it. So QDTE, weekly dividends, no. No, 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 no. Hey, Calvin Hill's here. Let's invite Calvin Hill. Calvin Hill, come on and join us. Geraldo, when the option is about to expire, but is still at a negative. Geraldo, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. What happens when the option is about to expire, but is still at a negative? Like I said, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Options, the ones that I do, expire on Friday. The ones we're looking at, let's get rid of this for a second. And this one. Right here, 19 July 24. I have a lot of these options, and they are going to expire this week. What's the top 5 for you? Well, there's Macy's, Nordstrom, Kohl's, Bank of America, 3M. MPW is pretty good this year, too. All right. So anyway, weekly options expire. And you. I just did that. Every week they expire. So this week, 19 July is expiring in this week. Next week, it's 26 July. So every single position I have, well, in this account, it's AEO, Bitto, Kohl's, MPW, Walgreens, Wells Fargo, and Win. All right, this account here, it is Macy's, MPW, Siri, Walgreens, and Wells Fargo. Other account, Comcast, Southwest Airlines, Macy's, Series, Walgreens, and Wells Fargo. Okay, so that's just 3 accounts I just showed you. So I have a lot of different positions, and most of them have weekly, actually they all have weekly options, and 90% of them are going to expire this week. So I don't know what is going to happen, all right, until 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Now I do have a live trading group, which Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're on at 9 a.m. We do all our trades on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're just taking a look, see what's going on, see if there's anything we need to do. Usually nothing, usually. But I like to keep an eye on it. After all, it is my money, and nobody has more interest in my money than me and my ex-wife. Anyway, Friday is an important day. Monday, I buy my stocks, sell my options. That's where I make all my money, on Monday. Friday, I got to figure out what did I sell, what did I buy, and how did it move throughout the week. Okay, I can't answer Friday's questions with the information I possess today. That's why we log in on our live trading at 3 o'clock on Friday, so we can check to see where our positions are. Okay, so if I have AEO and I have it at 23.65 and I sold the 21.50s, AEO, okay, your 30-day high is here at 24. She crashes down here to 19.25, jumps up. Here's where we are right now, 21.50. But we pulled back today, so we're at 20.50. All right? I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day, but I will keep my eye on it. That's one of the advantages of having someone that you can watch over their shoulder as they trade. Now, for those you don't know, here's my website, The 10-Minute Trader. Okay. Simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week, blah, blah, blah. You've heard me say it over and over again. Okay, about me, it's like if you're looking to get rich overnight, that ain't gonna happen. All right, this ain't it. It says right there, if you're looking to get rich overnight, this ain't it. My main focus is a simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week, and that's over 50% per year. So just below that, it says investing your money, your own money, shouldn't be difficult. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. Learn more about the simple strategy here. Right underneath that, join our morning trading group. Right there, you can join. Okay, underneath that, here's my current trades for 2024. Account number 1 is up over 30%. Account number 2 is up over 70%. Okay, I share 2 accounts with you. Here they are right here. Slide all the way down. Go all the way down to week number 1, which is January 2nd. All right, and here it is again, live trading. Okay, week number 1, 2.12%. Account number 1. Account number 2, 2.38%. Week number 2, 1.3%, 2.5%. So on and so forth, all the way up until I think last week. I haven't posted last week's trades yet. Sorry, I get busy. But there's all my trades. I show all my, oh, wait a second, I didn't show you that one. Oh, one more thing I want to show you before I leave this. On my webpage, you will see all my social media. Okay, YouTube. Okay, you'll see videos I have all the way back 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Okay, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast. I've been doing a podcast for the past 4 years, every single trading day. There's over 900 episodes of my podcast. So every morning in my live trading group, I do the podcast first, and I do my live trading on the podcast. From there, It's open mic. You can ask any questions you want. All right. Next on the list, LQDA. Are you really kidding me? LQDA. Never heard of it. LQDA. Liquidia. Yeah, that's a big fat no. Can you find those pre-recorded videos on YouTube? Yes, you can, Party Springs. Okay? As you go to what platform do you use for your podcast? Well, my podcast is available on almost every podcast service. Just look under Dividend Stock Talk. Dividend Stock Talk podcast. It will show you where all the different ones are. I think it's on Google, YouTube, podcast. I don't know. It's on Apple. I know that much. All right. So LQDA. Yeah, it's a no. ARCHR. What the heck? ARCHR. Yeah, that's a big fat no. CVS. That's an interesting one. CVS. Here we go. Is your live trading call paid? I mean, do you have to pay for that? Yeah, you got to pay for that. Sorry. And there's only a certain amount of openings. At a certain point, I'm cutting it off, and then you just have to go on a waiting list after that. So I just started in January, and there's a nice amount there. I'm going to take on maybe another half a dozen or so, another dozen, and then that will be it. And then anybody who wants to join after that, it's going to be on a waiting list, and then the price will go up after that. So those that are in now, their price will be locked in. MCD. Mickey D's. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at CVS first. CVS is another company that's been around for almost 100 years. 32 more questions. Oh, Sheila, what about General Electric, even though their dividends haven't continuously increased? Well, Sheila, I have found that General Electric, the premiums are usually horrible. Okay? Usually. Well, let's take a look at CVS first, and then we'll keep on moving along. CVS, 61.80. Well, the closest strike price, if you look, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 62.50, 63, 64. When the heck did 62.50 come in? All right, anyway, so 61.80, the closest one is going to be the 62. And it's going for 47 cents for this week. That's going to be a no. We don't want to do this week because there's only 2 days left. We want to do next week. The 62 is going for 71 cents. That is over 1%. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, this is the direction it's going. It's probably going to be a no because look where she is right now. Last 30 days. Yeah, sorry, CVS is going to be a no. Okay, here's your 30-day high. What is that? 62.07. And what was today? 62.01. You really think there's more room for it to go up in a week? Yeah, probably not. Increditode. PFE is on the list. Pfizer. I love Pfizer. Okay, so CVS. I'm going to put it down on the list for 2 weeks from today because I'm giving it a week to drop and then turn around and go back up again. So not for next week, but for the week after. CVS. CVS. Alrighty, we'll take a look at CVS in 2 weeks. Alright, PFE's on the list. Alright, Sheila, General Electric, really? General Electric is usually a no. You have some companies that are so old and decrepit that they don't want to increase their premiums. Alright, the 26th. 157.25. The 157s are going for, ooh, that's a nice $5. Is that right? Yeah, $5. Look where it is, 156. I would keep an eye on it for the next couple of days for it to find the bottom and turn around. So let's put General Electric for next week. All right, we'll put General Electric for next week's consideration because let's zoom in here and take a look at the last 30 days. Okay, so 30 days ago, we had our 30-day high. All right, or you can't see me, okay? 30 days ago, we were at a 30-day high. And then she drops right here. 1st of July is a 30-day bottom. She shoots back up. That's the 166 before she pulls back up back. Now we're here. Look how close we are to the 30-day bottom. As soon as we find that 30-day bottom, she's going to turn around and go back up again. It's General Electric. They've been in business for over 100 years. They ain't going anywhere. It's a good call, Sheila. But I would sit back and wait for it to find the bottom, turn around to go back to the upside. I like 2 days to the upside to show where actually 30-day bottom is, which should be coming up any day now. But that's a good pick, though. Why did Lilly crash? All right, Eli Lilly, L-L-Y. That's not my idea of a crash. Going from $960 to $905 is not a crash. That's a minor adjustment. Other people call it profit taking. Okay? So if you see down here at $800 and she's all the way up here at $960, that's a $160 increase. That's a 20% increase between the beginning of May until today. So you're at $965. Well, of course there's going to be profit taking with a 20% increase in the last 2 months. That's not it's not a crash. It's just an adjustment. This is profit taking. Okay? Now, I tell people all the time, you're here, and if you don't take your profits, the market maker's going to take it away from you, which he did. He took quite a bit of the profits away. So anybody here at 920, 930, 940, yeah, they took all that profit away from you, and now it's at 905. If you don't take your profit, market maker will take it away from you. Kirk, T Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q. No, 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 no. T Q Q Q. Well, they've only been paying dividends for 10 years. That's number one. Look at the dividend payment. 2014, nothing. 2015, nothing. Nothing 2016, nothing 2017. 2018, 1 penny. Really? I'm supposed to get excited about that? And only one dividend on the 8 in 2018. 2019, 2 dividends. 2022, 1 dividend. Nothing in 2000. Yeah, no. Come on, you're wasting our time. Sorry, Kirk. JEPQ, yeah, that's a big fat lemon also. No to JEPQ. I could go down to the whole thing and tell you exactly why, but it's just going to still come out to a no. Jaden, how are you? You, what the hell is you? Unity Software Incorporated. Okay, 3131. I'm just kind of curious. Okay, so I can't even pronounce that name. Ophelia Escalera. Escalera. Oh, Ophelia Escalera. You is going to be a big fat no. It has no dividends whatsoever. Okay? So when it says dividend stock talk, weekly dividend investing for weekly cash flow, kind of means you got to have dividends, and you doesn't have dividends. What is called Upstart Holdings? Yeah, they don't have any dividends, so it's a big fat no. Sorry. What happens when MDLZ calls you sold go up to 67, 62? Well, MDLZ. First of all, I don't have any MDLZ. Sorry. Okay, right now MDLZ is 67.26. The 67 is going for 80 cents. Okay. Stock price is up a little bit. 30-day high. High for the year, bottom for the year. A year ago there, a year right here. All right. So, what does it mean? All right. A year ago we're at 72.24. We bottomed out in October at 60.82. Topped out in the beginning of February at 77.06. Last 90 days we're in a downturn. Okay. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? The last 2 days are to the upside, great. Okay, look where we are. 30 days ago, 66, jumps up to 69, drops down to 65, back up to 67, finds a new bottom at 64.50, and then we have 2 days to the upside. Now we're at 67. Okay, it's definitely in an upward trend, but it doesn't have that much further to go. Can you make your 1%? Probably. Okay, so Adidi Yesagar, 149. Adidi Yesagar, 149. Interesting. I don't have any MDLZ. Just to let you know. Tyler took a beating today on tech. Any bounce back recommendations? All right, Tyler, you got to be new here because I don't make recommendations whatsoever. You guys give me a bunch of stocks to look at. I give you my opinions, and I share with you what I do. That's all. I make no recommendations whatsoever, other than I recommend you keep coming back and learning more. One week options and don't know till Friday to either sell or keep. Yeah, that makes sense. What I meant with my question, what do you mean by expire worthless? Ooh, good question. Okay, let's take a look at this stock right here. The 67s, well, let's get the 68s right now are worth 30 cents a share. As time progresses, there's a whole bunch of different items that make up the valuation. All right, make up the valuation of a stock. Okay, one of them is the current stock price. Number two is implied volatility. How many people are interested in buying it? Number three, current interest rates. Number four, time value. How much time is there between now and the time they expire? There's a lot more that goes into the valuation of an option. They have what's called a Black-Scholes pricing module for the valuation of options. It's extremely complicated, okay? But as time passes, I do all my option trading on a Monday. So I have 5 days of option value: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As time passes, okay, Monday's 5 days of value. Tuesday's 4 days of value. Wednesday's 3 days of value. Thursday's 2 days of value, and Friday's only 1 day of value left. So as time passes, the value of the option decreases in the time factor. Okay, where the stock price is another component of the option price. So as the stock increases, the value of the options also increase. But as time passes, the value of the options decrease. So there's a lot of interesting things that make out an option. But to make it simple, if I buy it at 67 and I sell at 67, I want to get it at 1%, 67. As it approaches Friday, I want it to be 67 or higher. If it is 67 or higher, I will get a sign, I'll be back into cash. If it is 67 or below, the option will expire worthless. 1 week options don't look till Friday to either sell or keep. Not necessarily, Marco. I look every day. Okay, Monday, I'm on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm on every morning at 9 a.m. Okay, I want to see what's happening. This is my money. My money is important to me. I spend 10 or 15 minutes every day looking after my money, tending to my money guarding. Ooh, I like it. Just came to the top of my head. Tending to my money guarding every morning. Friday, I'm on at 3 o'clock because options expire on Friday afternoon at 4 p.m. So if there's any adjustments I need to make in order for me to stay profitable, I need to take care of them between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. All right, GSK. Marshall, I've never heard of GSK. And you know what happens when I say I never heard of something? It's usually a no. GSK is, okay, interesting. They got weeklies, cool. So let's go to Yahoo Finance, look under GSK to see if it has 20 years or more of increased dividends. Ooh, look at that. It does, holy cow. All the way down to 87. Okay, so here's the challenge that I don't like that I see so far. All right, I'm going to go through these really quick, and you tell me if it's consistently increasing. An 87, 4 cents. 14, 7, going backwards. 6, backwards again. 9, 22, 15, backwards. 32, 18, 38, 28, 58, 31, 6, 33, 70, 39, 77, 58, 58, 73, 49, 65, 50, all over the place. No consistency whatsoever. Okay, the last 20 years, right here at '04. Okay, from '04, 52, 35, 37, 44, 38, 35, 36, 49, 39, 55, 48, 53, 63, 52, 50, 41. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. This thing's like all over the place. So here's the thing. All right, if I'm buying this stock at $40.30, the closest one's going to be to 40.50, not even 1%. So it's not making me 1% for 9 days. They're not increasing their dividends consistently. Basically, they're not profitable. Well, they're profitable every single year, but not consistently profitable. Okay? So you make money, great. So we make 100,000 this year. Next year we make 90,000. Next year we make 85,000. Next year we make 105,000. Yeah, not consistently increasing daily. Yearly. So GSK for me is going to be a no. If you like it, hey, more power to you. Larry, my options come up like this. I don't understand which options to select. Well, Larry, I really can't tell you what ones to select. Only thing I can tell you is what I do. Okay, I can't tell you what to do. This is what I do. If I'm buying it at $16.90, right? I want to sell it for more, for what I paid for it or more. The closest strike price to $16.90 is going to be the 17. Okay? I really don't care if the stock goes up. Honestly, I really don't care. What I do care about is how much am I collecting in the premium. Okay? This particular stock, $16.90. The $17 call strike is going for 37 cents. That's 2% for the week. 2% a week is over 100% for the year. I'm perfectly okay with that. The question you need to ask yourself is, do I like the company? Does this company make sense to me? Is this something I can see myself holding for the long term? Because I just might have to. But what I like about this company is they have weekly options every single week. Now, this is what I've been following since the beginning of the year, so I've done a lot of trading with it. So I've had it for more than half the year already. Jane Bond. Good time to buy techs after this dip. Couldn't tell you. Thought I could send a pic, but I can't. Oh, you could send it to me to my email. Okay, which if you go to the DM, send me a message, you and I can have a chat. We'll go over if this thing is right for you or not. 'Cause it's not right for everyone. It's boring, it's slow, it's monotonous. Okay, we're only looking for a 1% per week. It's not a lot. 1% a week doesn't thrill a lot of people. But the way I look at it, 1%, and I'm spending 10 to 15 minutes a day. 10 to 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week is less than an hour. Okay? Now, the accounts that I showed you, account 1 and account 2, account 1 has $117,000 in it. So what is 1% of $117,000? Well, that's $1,100. $1,100 for an hour of work with companies that I have no problem whatsoever holding on to for the long term. Macy's, I have no problem whatsoever. They've been in business for over 100 years. No problem buying them. Okay, great. They're giving me 2% this week. You think I bought Macy's? Oh, hell yes, I did. Why? Well, number one, she's been channeling between 18 and 20 for the last 7 months. Okay, so she made a little bit of a dip. Big deal. British Petroleum did the exact same thing when they had the leak in the Gulf of Mexico. Exxon Valdez did the exact same thing when they had the leak on when the Valdez grounded out in the the Northwest. Okay, Apple, huge drop when they had to pay that big huge fine in Europe. 3M They got kicked off of the Dividend Kings list. 67 years of increased dividends. 67 years of increased dividends. The CEO said, yeah, we have to cut the dividends because of this whatever bullshit reason. Take a freaking pay cut. Give the investors their money. Stay on that list. You know, you're the cream of the crop. Now you're not. Anyway, besides the point. Jane Bond, yeah, QYLD, no, that's a big fat turd, in my humble opinion. Okay? Somebody always mentions JEPI, QYLD, anything with the QQQs, SPY, yeah, they're all, for me. Okay, I'm looking for safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. QYLD does not offer that opportunity. Sorry. If you like it, more power to you. Bristol Myers Squibb finally jumped today. Can you check it out? I've been watching it for a while. What are we looking at? BM1, Bristol Myers Squibb. I'm pretty sure there's our Dividend King. 43.20. Okay, the 43s are going for 142. Really? 43 is 142. If I'm losing 20 cents off the top, take 20 cents off there, I'm walking away with 122. That's 3%. If you like Bristol Myers Squibb. Let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago, we were at the high at 65.38. Bottomed out just recently at 39.19. Okay, look at the last few weeks. Here you go, last 30 days. What the hey? What the hey? Come on. Hate it when it does that. BMY. Last 30 days. Here we go. Yeah, it's going to be a no. Sorry. If 30 days ago, we're at 40.86. Jump up to 43, drop down to 39.50. Back up, back down. Look at this big, huge jump. Yeah, this is most likely going to be profit taken tomorrow. Most likely. Unless, of course, you like Bristol Myers Squibb. See, I never buy at a high. Never. Because that's going to turn around, come back down again. Because we are investors. We buy, we sell. We buy, we sell. We buy, we look for our profit, we sell. That's what we do. How frequently do you not lose your stocks the first time? First time. How often? I have to say it's like a 50-50 spread. You know, buy it Monday, out on Friday. 50% of the time I'm out. Sometimes I hold it for 2 or 3 weeks. The longest I've held anything this year, 11 weeks. That was 3M. Well, wait a minute. No. AEO and Win. See, I bought AEO at the beginning of the second quarter, and I still have it. Win, WYNN, I bought that on the second quarter, and I still have it. Yeah, so this year it's Win and AEO. I held the longest. JASMY. You really got to be kidding me. Never heard of them. JASMY. Has no options. That's a no. Where will Spider go tomorrow? Don't know, don't care, don't even concentrate on it. Coney, another lemon. Good evening all. 86, how you doing? Love. Good evening. Coney doesn't thrill me. Let's put Coney in here just to show her. Okay? Coney is a monthly optionable stock. What does that mean? That means I can only do it 12 times a year. Macy's, I can do it 52 times a year. So answer this question for me. Is getting 12 checks a year good, or 52 checks a year better? 12? 52? 12? 52? Okay, I don't do monthly optional stocks. They just don't pay the money. They don't. Okay, 1994 is where it's at. The 19s are going for 75 cents. The 20s, okay, so all right, here it is. 1980 by 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Okay, the 20 is going for 15 cents. And that's for tomorrow. Okay, so you might get your 1% of that, but it's for this Friday. But after that, you got to go to August 16th. And the 20s are going for 75 cents. All right, so 75 cents, that's 3, that's 24, 16, that 3%? Is that right? Okay, 0.7 divide 20 comes to 3.5%. Okay, but I gotta hold it for 4 weeks. Okay, 30 days. Okay, so how many weeks are in 30 days? 5. 5 weeks. I've got to hold that company for 5 weeks. Yeah, no thanks. All right. Jay Hernandez, what do I think about AWR? American Water, love it. Unfortunately, it is it's a dividend king, which is a good thing, but it's a monthly and they just don't pay, so that's going to be a no. QCOM, Sheila, QCOM's a good one. QCOM. Oh, big drop today of QCOM. Let's take a gander. 192. The 192.50s are going for 1%. That's for tomorrow. That's for this Friday. Next week, 4. That's 2%. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, we got our high, we have our low. A year ago, we were at 123. Bottomed out at the end of October at 104. Topped off at 231, and that was in the middle of June. Okay, so for the middle of June, she drops, retraces, drops, retraces, and then she gaps down today. Last 30 days. Oh, that is the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, the high at 230. Okay, our previous 30-day bottom was at 193. Okay, and then she topped out at 211, and she gaps down. Okay, so here's our new 30-day bottom. Okay, you want to make money in the stock market, you buy low, you sell high. Okay, it's at a 30-day bottom. Great time to jump in. However, I like 2 days to the upside. So she's here now at 191. I don't know if tomorrow she's going to go down further or she's going to turn around and start her uptrend. I don't know. What was the gap? What was the reasoning for the gap down and for the, what was that, double volume today as compared to yesterday and the day before, the last couple of weeks? I'd find out. What does QCOM normally do this time of year? This time of year, we looked at seasonality. Okay. The blue line represents this year. The red line is 10 years worth of data. Here we are right here in this area. That's clearly going to the upside. All right, so let's zoom in there. Okay, for the next 2 weeks. Here we are. Very slight upward tilt for the next couple of weeks with QCOM. So we're back at rule number 1 again. Do I like this company? Do I like it enough to buy it and hold on to it for a long period of time? At this moment in time, I can buy it at 192.42. I can sell the 192.50s and get over 2% for the week. Okay, so if she's above 192.50 in 2 weeks, I'm back into cash with my 2%. Thank you very much. See you again in 90 days, depending on when they pay their dividend, of course. All right, so that's QCOM. How much capital do I need to start living on dividends? NYC, New York City Home Grow. Okay, I'm basically going to tell you, dude, I know nothing at all about your financial situation. Okay? I don't know what you need on a weekly or monthly basis. You know, we're all adults here. Gray matter, what's happening over there in Instagram world? You got to figure out how much money do I need on a consistent basis. All right? Take that money and then figure out what is 1% or what is, hold on. I make 1% a week. My 1% a week is more than enough to take care of my bills with the nest egg that I have. You've got to figure out what your monthly obligations are and work the equation backwards. So if you need $4,000 a month in order to live comfortably, well, you're going to need $100,000 because $100,000 is $1,000 a week if you get 1% per week. Okay, see how that works? $4,000 is $48,000 a year. Okay, 100,000, 1% per week is 52,000 plus your taxes, your fees, all that kind of crap. Walk away with it, probably enough. So at $4,000 a month, you need 100 grand. $8,000 a month, you're gonna need 200 grand. Figure it out. It's a simple math problem. All right. What next? Good afternoon. Could you please briefly explain the results of collecting dividends with an example? You're probably dumb. That's a good name. I'm sure there's a story to that. So you want to see an example. Could you please briefly explain the results of collecting dividends with an example? Well, we got QCOM up, so let's take a look at QCOM. If you like QCOM, all right, at this moment in time, it's at 192.42. If I buy it at 192.42, sell the 192.50s this week, I can collect 262 premium. That premium is going to be more than 1%. Well, let's actually figure it out. You ready? The profit here on the 192.50s is 262. It expires on Friday. Okay? 19 July 24. Okay? See that right here? 19 July 24. That is expiring this Friday. So if I buy it tomorrow morning at 192.42, and if I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 192.50, I will collect 262 per share. Now 262 per share, I divide it by the purchase price, 192.42, and come up with a grand total of 1.36%. 1.36%. Okay? That's for the week. Now, let's actually do a trade. You ready? Now, I've already decided I like it at 192.50. So I'm going to change this right here where it says single. I'm going to change it to covered stock. Okay, because a covered call is one of the safest trading strategies there is. And with Thinkorswim, it automatically changes everything for me. And if I look at the 192.50 right here, I come over, and when the little cursor lights up and says buy, I click on that. Boom, there it is. All right, so here's the trade. I'm going to buy 1,000 shares of QCOM, the stock. I'm going to sell 10 contracts of QCOM, the 19 July 24. That is this Friday. That 192.50, what we already just talked about. Now, when I do a covered call, buying and selling at the exact same time, I like to use a market order. That way it fills instantaneously. I hit confirm and send, and it gives me the order. I tell everybody, read the order out loud so that you can hear what it is you're doing. It says right here, buy 10 covered QCOM 100s. Those are the weeklies. 19 July 24. That is this Friday. A $192.50 call option. That's the one I'm doing. Okay? At the market to open to open. Why does it say to open to open? Well, because it's two separate orders being done at once. Order number one is buying the stock. Order number two is selling the options. Two orders. Anytime you do an order, you have to open it, and then you have to close it. The break even, 189.50. Anything over 189.50 is going to be a profit. Right now, it's at 192.42. Break even is 189.50. The maximum profit on this particular trade is $3,000. Okay. What is the trade costing me? Well, for 1,000 shares, it's $189,500. Okay. So let's get our calculator. We'll do $3,000, which is the maximum profit on this one, and I want to divide it by how much is it costing me? $189,506 gives a grand total of 1.58% for the week. You want an example? There you go. It's not 1%, that's 1.58%. Okay, that's for 1,000 shares, 10 contracts. You can do 100 shares. You can do a different company that pays, costs less. You do anything you want, but you got to check and make sure the numbers work. It's a very simple strategy. Okay, number one, okay, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. The question is, do I like QCOM? Do I like QCOM at this price? All right, never sell at a loss. Okay, because you might have to hold it for a long period of time. It would be kind of pointless to buy it and then sell it for less than you paid for it. That defeats the purpose. Rule number 3, make sure the company has enough increased dividends to satisfy you. For me, it's 20 years. Okay, you might be okay with 10 years. You might be okay with 5 years. It's totally up to you. But for me, it's 20 years of increased dividends. And 4, weekly options. I want a weekly check every single week. All right? Has to have weekly options. And then 5, make sure the numbers work. What are the numbers? What am I buying it for? What am I selling for? What am I collecting? Is that over 1%? Great. What's the high? What's the low? What is the chart telling me? The chart is telling me here's a 30-day high, 30-day bottom, retraces. Now we have a new 30-day bottom right here. Okay? What it's telling me at this moment in time, hold up, wait for the bottom, wait for it to turn around. It's a no at this moment in time. Because I don't know what's going on here. It's an isolated incident. It is a new 30-day bottom. Well, is that 30-day bottom, or is tomorrow going to be lower and be a new 30-day bottom? I need confirmation, and my confirmation is 2 days to the upside. So here we are right here. I want to turn and go back up at least 2 days before I can isolate, say, yep, that's the 30-day bottom. I got 22 new questions, so let's let them go. Alaska, cool. Yeah, probably dumb process and results. Okay, what do you think about Tesla? I wouldn't own a Tesla. Even if you gave it to me, I'd probably turn around and sell it. Something about being monitored and somebody always knowing where I am and someone having the ability to turn off my car wherever I am just because they feel like it, yeah, that doesn't throw me at all. And the Tesla, the company, hey, it's a great company for people who want capital growth. I don't want capital growth. I want consistent, predictable income. Tesla doesn't give it to me. So Tesla, to me, is a no. What is the best way to connect, discuss your strategy, and join a member? G-Man, 1960. Oh, what's happening? Okay, G-Man, best thing for you to do, come up here to the, what do you got, the top left corner of your screen. See a little picture of me, says Dividend Stock Talk? Yeah, touch on that. That will bring you to a page that says, has a little envelope on there, like a little mail thing. You can send me a direct message. Send me your phone number. I'll give you a buzz. We'll have a chat. See if this is right for you. Okay? If not, you can just go to the 10minutetrader.com. That's up there also. Apple. Apple is going to be a no. Let me show you why Apple is a no. Oh, there's only 2 A's in Apple. Okay? This is why Apple is a no. I do not buy at a high. I don't do the thing. Do you know what the thing is? That's when you buy it at a high and you wait for it to go higher. Yeah, I don't do that. Sorry. Okay? I like when it goes up, pulls back, and this is where I want to get it. See that right here? Where she goes up, pulls back, that's where I want to jump in. She goes up, pulls back. Yeah, it hasn't pulled back yet. But it's going to. See? It gapped down today. Who knows how far it's going to come down? Because people who bought it here at 195, well, now it's at 245, 235. It's prime candidate for apple picking. Profit taking, same thing. How am I doing, Wildcat AM29? I'm doing absolutely lovely. I'm getting a little tired, though. It's that time of day. It's almost 11 o'clock. I got another 40 minutes to go. 11:30, let's do this. Let's do it, 30 questions. Found endorser. Hey, James, how you doing? Uh-oh. I think that's that. Thoughts on Pepsi and Delta Airlines? Really? PEP? Pepsi? 170. The 170, just barely 1%. Okay, it's going to be a no. Look at that. It doesn't make sense, but watch when I zoom into it. Okay, here we are. 30 days ago, 165. She shoots up to 169, drops to 158, shoots back up to 169.89. It's a new 30-day high. I don't do 30-day high. Okay, now Pepsi, I would wait. Let's put Pepsi down for 2 weeks from today. Not next week, but the week after. Because more than likely, all right, more than likely this thing's going to drop back down around here somewhere within the next 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from now, all right, we're going to look at something like this, where she goes up, pulls back, and 2 days to the upside, and then take advantage of the upside. Delta Airlines, DAL. 45.93, the 46s, 46 cents. Wow, you can still get 1% for this week. Next week you can get 2%. Cool beans. All right, let's take a look at the chart. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Last 90 days, she's in a big old fall. All right, 30-day bottom right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. So she is in an upward trend at the moment. Last 30 days, right here. Okay, 30 days ago, here's our 30-day high right here. Pulls out, gaps down, it's our 30-day bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. Okay, it's isolated. Now, do you like Delta Airlines? That's a question you got to ask. All right? Do I like Delta Airlines? Do I like it at 45.93? It's almost 46. If I do it for this week, I can get 1% between now and Friday. Well, that's freaking awesome. Tomorrow's Thursday. If I can get 1% Thursday and Friday, why not? But you have to ask the question, do I like Delta Airlines where we are at the moment? NVM on AWR, it's quarterly. Yeah, I get that. Blank, I'm getting 4 weeks and 2 days. I'm not quite sure what that means. Blank, how big is your nest egg? Okay. Just followed. H Vega, I have 50 grand. What should I buy and how much can I make on dividends? All right, H Vega, I honestly can't answer that question for you. Okay, congratulations, you got 50 grand. That's wonderful. 1% a week should be roughly $500 a week, $2,000 a month. Okay, that's $48,000 a year. Is that right? No. That's $25,000 a year. Okay, that's not that bad if you think about it. But I can't tell you what to buy. I have no idea who you are, what you want to do. If you really want to have a chat with me, DM me with your phone number. I'll give you a call. We'll chat. See if this is right for you. This is not right for everyone. It's slow. It's predictable. It's consistent. It's monotonous. It's boring. It's the same stocks over and over and over again. The first quarter looks the same as the second quarter, which looks the same as the third quarter, which is probably going to be the exact same as the fourth quarter, over and over and over again. Alex, do you buy the dips in dividend stocks the day they pay out? No. You're probably dumb. So you're buying shares and then selling covered calls while collecting the dividend in between. No. Close. Very close. As you see this calendar behind me, these little green dots represents companies that pay dividends. Okay? Look at all of them. It's a whole bunch here, a whole bunch here, 33. They can't even list them all here. 33 companies here. 4 companies there. What is that? 7 companies. 42 companies here. 40 companies here. Look at them all. All these companies are paying dividends on those dates. Each one of those is a date for a company that is paying a dividend. Okay? I buy 2 weeks before the dividend. So if the dividend is here, 2 weeks, 1, 2, on a Monday. Whoops, Monday. Okay? I buy it at the market price, at the open. I sell it at the market price, at the open, the option. Collect my 1%. If it hits my target by Friday, great. I'm back into all cash and I get to do it again. If it doesn't hit my target by Friday, well, I take that exact same stock and I do the exact same thing with it again. If it hits my target there, great, I'm back into cash. If not, I will do it again. I'll do it a third time, collect a third premium, and I'll collect a dividend, and hopefully I will. Wait a minute, I'm plugged in. How can I possibly be low power? All right, so apparently my phone's gonna die because I'm getting a little bit low on juice. So hopefully that answers the question. I base my buying on the calendar, okay? Number one, it has to consistently increase its dividend for 20 years or more. That's number one. Number two, it has to have weekly options. Then it goes into my calendar. Then I will figure out when the number's looking. Great job, just done 90 minutes. Yay! Sheila! Applied Materials, new 30-day low, and if I figured correctly, then 2.9% at 220 strikes, or should it be 225 strike? Ooh, well, Sheila, let's take a look at Applied Materials. A-M-A-T. Try it again. A-M-A-T. All right, one more time. A-M-A-T. There we go. All right, I'm going to say no to Applied Materials, Sheila. Okay? Reason being, I didn't even look at the numbers. Here's your 30-day bottom. I mean, here's your bottom for the year, 130. Now you're almost at 260. That's almost a 100% increase in less than a year. All right? Now, from here to here, what do you think's going to happen? Look at all this prime real estate. Okay, there's going to be profit taking. What happened? Well, some of it already took place today. All right, so what I always tell people, if you don't take your profits, look, it goes up, pulls back, up, and now the market maker took it from here and brought it all the way down to here. It took all that money away. If you don't take your profits, the market maker will take it away from you. Now, the numbers may work, 2180. So you're looking at the 222s. The 222.50s is 279. Okay, that's over 1%. All righty. Now, Sheila, when I say it's at a new 30-day bottom, you're correct. It is at a new 30-day bottom. But I wouldn't jump into it because you don't know. Tomorrow, it may drop even lower. Okay? Now, I'm going to put Applied Materials on the list for next week because we got Thursday and Friday. I like 2 days to the upside. A-M-A-T. Okay, because I want to look and find out when she actually turns around. Cute, Sheila. You're one step ahead of me. Yeah, we'll put it on the list for next week. Very cool. Thank you, David. Got to factor in the time value of money. No point in holding when you can reinvest. Kenny, you're absolutely 100% correct. You sell options NVM. No, don't know what that means. That's a good strategy. In theory, I apologize. All right. Thank you there, Kenny. It's been working well for me the past 15 years. Thoughts on PayPal? PayPal's going to be a no. Brian. Uh-oh. Whoops. How do you screen your watch list for dividend stocks on Thinkorswim? I don't. I don't use Thinkorswim to screen my stocks. Let me tell you quickly how I find my companies that I like. Ready? For those of you that are new here that don't know, grab a piece of paper, crayon, marker, pen, mascara, lipstick, whatever you want to write with. You ready? Dividend Kings List 2024. Go to Google. Dividend Kings List 2024. 54 companies that have increased their dividends for 50 consecutive years. That's 5 decades. List number 2, the Dividend Aristocrats. 25 years of increased dividends. Dividend Champions. 25 years of increased dividends. A little bit less rules than the Aristocrats. Dividend Contenders. 10 years to 24 years of increased dividends. And then you get Warren Buffett's list. Between those 5 lists right there, that's over 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends. Consistently. That's what I'm looking for. consistently increasing their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. That means they're profitable. Why would you put your money in a company that's not consistently profitable? Yeah, you're giving the little guy a chance, but you know what? You can do anything you want with your money. For me, I want consistency, predictability, and I want to make sure it is a decent company. Fatima, how are you doing over there in Facebook world? I'm going to apologize for the camera quality. I do have another camera, but I keep forgetting what my password is. It is what it is. So that's what I do. 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options. Those two criteria takes the list from 9,588 companies that are available down to less than 300. 300 is a lot easier to figure out than 9,588. Good time. So what happens if QCOM goes to 200 Friday? I have no idea what you're talking about. QCOM is at 191. If it goes to 200 Friday, okay, that's an up day. I like 2 days to the upside. All right, so right now she did a little bit of a pullback. See this? Pullback, big drop, new 30-day bottom right there. Well, great. What does it mean? Well, it doesn't mean anything at the moment because it's not solidified. What does that mean? Well, solidified means I'd like to see right here, this 30-day bottom. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I like 2 days before I jump in to the upside. Well, the 30-day bottom's right here. I'm looking for 2 days to the upside before I jump in. That's just me at QCOM. But yeah, okay, Caleb, no idea what that means. I like Pepsi as a long term. Okay, Caleb, my idea of long term is 30 days. Missed the last part. Wade, not quite sure which part you were looking for. You're probably dumb. I appreciate the detailed explanation, although it's still a bit of gibberish to me. I will do my homework. Well, alrighty then. And then maybe you won't be so dumb. You can't go wrong with learning more, seriously. Okay, if you don't understand it, take your time. All right, it's no big hurry. The stock market's been around for over 400 years. It's not going anywhere. Okay? Let's keep rolling. Sheila, I looked at the last 30 days only. Yeah. What are the best 5 stocks that pay you dividends the most? Similar to Macy's. He's going to ask me one of those questions. Macy's, Walgreens, Marathon, General Motors, Kohl's, Comcast, MPW, JD, Emerson. All right, that's a nice little amount. Okay, happy? There you go. More power to you. What adjustments do you make on Friday before options expire? Yo, Johnny! What's happening, Johnny? Johnny, you're asking me to answer questions of tomorrow with the information I have today. Sorry, can't do that. I can't answer questions about Friday until Friday gets here. Okay, because I have 6 different accounts, and each one of those accounts has a bunch of different stocks. So I have to look at what did I buy it for? What option did I sell on it? Where is it at this moment? Is it high? Is it low? Do I buy it back? Do I let it expire? What? Okay, I can't answer those questions until Friday comes along. TSM. What the heck is TSM? Russ Talk. T-O-M. TSM. What the heck is TSM? TSM. Taiwan Semiconductors. It's going to be a big fat no. All right? The reason why it's a no, look. A year ago, we're down at 85 bucks. Now we're at 190. You think there's not going to be profit taking? This is for capital appreciation. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. Okay, where do I jump in to buy? had a big drop here. But look where it is, 171. It's still twice as much as it was last year at this time. That's a big gamble. I don't gamble. Sorry. How much of your portfolio you use to buy dividends? Wade, construction, how are you? Now, 98% of all my money is invested at all times. Okay, I believe in the American economy. You know, I buy companies that are in the American economy. I believe in my brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, the people down the street, the guys around the corner, the lady at the PTO. I believe in all those people. We go to work. We want to have a nice, happy life. We want to provide for our family and children. So we go to work in these companies. If the company's consistently profitable and all the numbers work, yeah, I'll invest in it. 98% of all my money is invested at all times, because I don't make any money on money that's sitting stagnant, not doing anything. Oh, okay, you're probably dumb. NVM means never mind. Didn't know that. See that? You learn something new every day. But if you sell covered calls on QCOM, they will exercise them if it goes to 200 on the 192 covered. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Brian, you're absolutely 100% true. But it's not a position that I would take because it's not giving me any confirmation. Hold on, let's go back again. Okay, so here's QCOM. Here's the 30-day high at 230. Here's the 30-day bottom right here. Well, how do we know that's a 30-day bottom? Well, it is at the moment, but tomorrow it could go lower. I don't know. I like 2 days to the upside to isolate and to verify whether or not that's the bottom. But you're right. If I buy it at where it is right now, 192.42, and I sell the 192.50s, collect my 1%, great. And if she's above 192.50, yeah, 192.50, come Friday, I'll be back into cash along with my extra 1% that I've collected for that premium. You're right. But I wouldn't do it because I'm not 100% sure that is the bottom. Because she could go lower tomorrow. I don't know. Good times. And his share, you get called away, blah, 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 1.5. Yep, Geraldo, last one. What's the cost to you if the stock is either at, above, or below the strike price on expiration? All right. Give me a second. I'm not used to talking so much. If you're wondering, it's not Gatorade, it's water and honey. The honey coats my throat, makes it easier for me to talk as much as I'm talking. Where was I? Last one. What is the cost of the stock? Is either at, above, or below the strike price on expiration. All right, Geraldo, first off, wherever you jump on the merry-go-round, let's call it a merry-go-round. If you jump on at 192.42, that price is never, ever, ever, ever going to change. That is your purchase price. That is your entry fee. That is your ticket to the big show. Okay, 192.42, that's your entry price. If, by chance, you sell the 192.50s, okay, if the strike price is above, if the stock price is above the strike price, which means 92.51, 92.52, 192.53, so on and so forth, you will be called out and you'll be back into cash over the weekend. So Monday, you have all your cash back, right? If it is below the 192.50, you will hold on to your stock and the option will expire worthless. And then Monday, you'll still have all your stocks and you get to do it all over again. So the only thing this strike price allows the person who's buying it is the right, not the obligation, to buy it at 192.50. So if it shoots up to 200, whoever bought the option still can buy it at 192.50. That's his privilege. or her privilege. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm not looking for stock appreciation. I'm looking to collect this and only this. I honestly don't care if the stock goes up. I would like the stock to go up because then it's in my favor. But I'm not gaining anything by the stock going up. What I'm gaining is this right here. All right. Hopefully that answers the questions. What do you think about Apple? No. We already looked at Apple. She's getting ready for profit taking. TMR. TMR tomorrow. Yeah. We already looked at Apple. What do you think about Apple tomorrow? Any thoughts? Thorough. I already gave you my opinion on Apple. Okay. AAPL. Okay. See where it is? It's way too high for me. No, thank you. Awesome. Thank you. All right, Geraldo. Oh, that's all the questions. How much percent of your portfolio do you aim to make every week? 1%. What are you looking for as average return? 1% per week. Sense thanks. Blah 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 blah. Do you ever do strike price that's higher than where you bought it or lower? Yes, Pakaris, it all depends on the numbers. So if the stock goes down, you keep the premium and try again. Exactly, good times. Gotcha. All right, that works. Thoughts on Tesla? Tesla's a big fat no. Now the reason Tesla's a no is they don't have any dividends. Why would I want to invest in a company that doesn't share their profits? That's my main concern. If the stock goes down, which is what they do, give you a quick little for instance, okay? Look at Apple. She went down, she went up. 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 Down, up, down, up, down, up. So I continue. That's all it does. She shoots up here, now she's coming back down again. That's all they do. Alrighty? So we are at 11:13. You guys are done with your questions? Good. MCO, really? Pakaris, thanks James, your time tonight. I like a sponge right now on your strategy. All right, way to go, Pakaris. MCO, what the heck is MCO? Is that Moody's? MCO? Moody's. Nope. At a high. I don't buy at a high because what are you doing? You're standing on a ladder waiting for someone to bring you a taller ladder. There's no guarantee it's going to go up. Okay? There is a you ready for this? You ready for this? This is a good one. Ready? There's 266 trading days in a year. Okay? Let me repeat that. 266 trading days in a year. You could only have one high of the year. That's this one right here. Okay? So the odds for tomorrow it going higher are 266 to 1. 266 odd to 1. 266 to 1 odds that tomorrow is going to be higher. I don't do the Earth thing. That's higher. Yeah, I don't do that. All right. When the option expires, it costs you money, right? No, it doesn't. Well, wait a second. It depends on what brokerage you're at. Thinkorswim allows them to expire worthless and you don't have to pay any commissions. Robinhood will not allow them to expire worthless. You have to buy them back on Friday on Robinhood. Nike. What are your thoughts on ARM? What the heck is ARM? Let's take a look at Nike because I do have some Nike NKE. This is what I want to look at. Last 30 days. Okay, look at this. Perfect. 30-day bottom. 2 days to the upside. That's what you've been waiting for. Well, we thought that was here too, right? We thought last Wednesday was the bottom because 2 days to the upside, and then she gapped down, and then she dropped down on Monday. Well, Monday is a new 30-day bottom. Tuesday and Wednesday are both higher, so it could possibly be a signal to jump in. Could be. I'd wait till tomorrow and see where she opens up. 73.03. The 73s are going for 62. Not quite 1% for this week, but for next week it's over 1%. That's what I like to look for. ARM. I have no idea what ARM is. ARM. ARM Holdings. ARM. Let's go to Yahoo Finance, see what kind of dividends they pay out. No dividends. So my opinion on ARM is a big fat no. Okay, no dividends means no thank you. Bakaris. Oh, I might miss what he said. MCO. Where could you see Apple test back tomorrow? No idea. Brian, have a good night. AMD, we already looked at AMD, thank you. When the option expires, it costs you money, right? Depends. Okay, check. Depends on what brokerage you use and what their rules are. Each brokerage house has their own certain rules when it comes to expiring options. Okay, and Emily, is that right? Emilio? Whatever. ARM is going to be a no. Bakaris. I like Nike, good premiums. Don't think it has increased dividends for 20 years though. Correct. Jason, how you doing? Hey, bud. AMD, we already looked at that one. Do you like futures? I love futures, but I don't teach it here. How's your day going? Lovely. I'm a little tired. Thanks. You're welcome. All right, next on the list, TSM. TSM. Yeah, we already did that. That was a no. Mara, ooh, good one, Marathon. Interesting. We talked about this yesterday with these three jumps right here. This big day, this gap up, this big day, this big day, this will be profit taking. We talked about this yesterday, remember? And there was profit taking. Okay, but that baby's gonna come down. And I'm gonna put Mara down not for next week, but the week after. Not for next week. It is. It's already written down for the 2 weeks from today. What are the best dividend stocks? It's going to be different for everyone because everybody has a different type of goals. Sorry. That's the best I can tell you for the best dividend stocks. But for me, it's Macy's, Nordstrom's, Kohl's, 3M. What else? I forget. I showed them earlier. Mara. WBA, we already did that one. EMR, Emerson. Ooh, EMR, Emerson. No, sorry. High of the year. PBR. Wasn't PBR a no? Hold on a second. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and look up PBR. PBR. Yeah, they're all over the place with the dividends. Let me read some of them to you. You ready? 2001, 30 cents. 2 cents, 23, 6, 11, 25, 19, 26, 21, 27, 47, 23, 17, 28, 29, 18, 12, 80, 29, 34, 22, 22, 28, 22, 23, 16, 24. Yeah, all over the place. Sorry, PBR is going to be a no. No consistency with their profitability. There are too many companies that have consistent profits. So how does your system affect taxes at the end of the year? Minty Fresh. Minty Fresh. You worried about taxes? Are you the kind of guy that goes to a Rolls Royce dealer and then say, hey, nice car. What's the gas mileage? If you're getting 50% per year on your earnings, on your profits, 50% per year, and you're worried about taxes, you need to talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. Not an accountant, not a CPA, a tax strategist or a tax planner to help you legally pay the least amount of taxes legally. That's what I was saying. The least amount of taxes legally. And I don't give advice. So, I'm saying if you're having an issue with taxes, you need to talk to a tax professional. That's not me. Thank you for that, Minty Fresh. You're welcome. Sheila, Cardinal Health. Sheila, didn't we look at Cardinal Health yesterday? We did, and it's bouncing off of that. We'll take a look. 99.97, the 100s. We should be looking at the 96s, not the 100s, because the 100s aren't even on here. But the 96 is going for 65. The 96 is going for 180 right there. Look at the chart, Sheila. That looks pretty good. Okay, so you get your high up here in mid-March at 116. The bottom was in August, late August at 85.11. Okay, last 90 days, she drops, shoots back up, drops again. Let's look at the last 30 days right here. So 30 days ago, you really can see it. Check it out. Here's your high right here, just about 106. Drops down, bounces, drops down again. 93.5, 2 days to the upside. There it is. This is what I like to look at. Use your 30-day high, your 30-day bottom. It bounces up 2 days to the upside. That's a red carpet to me. All right? Invitation. 30-day high, you got your profit taking. Okay? 30-day bottom, 2 days to the upside. For me. That's for me. You guys got to figure out what is right for you. I can't tell you what is right for you. SEDG. You really want me to do that. SEDG. Okay. Solar Edge Tech. SEDG. No dividends. Sorry, Jimmy. Okay? Now, if and when, it's not if, it's when the stocks go down, what are you collecting? Absolutely nothing. All right? Also, what's the summary for this company? The summary for this company is it doesn't even have a yield to it yet. So how do you know what kind of return you're getting? Sorry, dude. That's just going to be a big fat no. Sorry. Next on the list, BA. BA, is that Boeing? Interesting. 185.39. Okay, 185.39. The 185 is going for 183 for this week. That's nice. Next week, the 185 is going to 395. That's even better. Okay, our high, our low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Cool. Let's take a look at the last 90 days. Okay, last 90 days. She goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back, up, pulls back. Now she's going to the upside. Look at where she's challenging right here, 192. This is where she is. Jimmy, you're welcome. Say last 30 days, right there. Okay, 30-day bottom was way over here 4 weeks ago. Your 30-day high was last week. She pulled back 2 days to the upside, 1, 2. Okay, she should be going to the upside further, but look where it is. Your 30-day bottom way down here. It's kind of high for your 30-day bottom, if you like that. All right, Jimmy, we already did CVS earlier today. And I forget what we came up with CVS. Yeah, CVS was going to be a no, Jimmy. Take a look. The 30-day high was on the 24th. She drops down, and now she's almost at that 30-day high again. CVS is going to be perfect for 2 weeks from today. Not this week, not next week. But I think we wrote CVS down for 2 weeks from today. Yes, we did. In 2 weeks, CVS should be better. BRDCY. Thoughts on Japanese mid-stock term? It's going to be a big fat no. Well, let's go take a look at it anyway, because I like saying no to people. BRDCY. No options. That means no. Really? You got to do your homework. Why are you having me do your homework for you? If this company doesn't have options, or I don't even know if it has dividends, it's not even worth taking a look at. Waste management. I love waste management, but not now. Take a look. It's at the high of the year. That baby's going to drop sooner or later. RITM. Never heard of it. RITM. Rhythm Capital. That's a no. Pfizer. Ooh, PFE. I like Pfizer. But Pfizer's going to be a no. It's at a 30-day high. We'll put Pfizer down for 2 weeks from today, though. PFE. So all week, next week, Pfizer's going to come to the downside, but the week after, probably a good time to jump in. Next one was Exxon Mobil. XOM. Damn, no. 117. Okay, we'll put Exxon Mobil. Okay, 0 for 2. We'll put Exxon Mobil for 2 weeks because we got that big, huge move right there. See that big move we have? Hold on a second, right there. From 110 to 117. That's a nice move. CVX, Chevron. CVX. I like Chevron. We'll put Chevron up for 2 weeks. We'll wait for that profit to go away. CVX, Chevron. All right, Jim, you want to try another one? Dollar Tree, huh? DLTR. Interesting. Interesting. Well, let's get rid of this. 105.99. Let's get the 106s. 105.99. The 106 is going 218. That's 2%, Jimmy. That's a good one. Let's take a look. I'll try to redeem myself with Disney. Ooh, DIS. We're not going to get to it today because this is the last one I'm doing. All right, and then we'll get to it another day. All right, so a year ago, Dollar Tree was at 148.38, topped out at 155.07 back at end of July of last year. Drops down at 103, shoots back up at 151 at the beginning of the year, gaps down big, keeps on going down, down, down. Look where we are for the last 90 days. 90 days ago, we're at 123. Comes down, shoots back up, comes down, shoots back up, down, up, down. Our bottom for the 30-day period is right around here. Look at that. We have a double bottom, looks like. Last 30 days, check it out. 30 days ago, around 109. Okay, we bottomed out at 102. Back in, what's that date? On the 26th, bottomed out at 101.85. Our 30-day top was on the 1st of July. Okay, 109.36. Drops again at 101.83. Shoots up, drops yet again to where we are now. So we're at 105.14. 105.34, sorry. Nice time to jump on in to look at the 105s. Oh, the 106s, sorry. The 106s for next week. 106 is right there. It's pretty damn close to it. So it's above 106 next week, you're making you over 1%. I think so, my friend. Somebody got your channel. Okay, Bruno, you're talking about the scammers. There's 27 people out there pretending to be me. So if you get a text, if you get a message, if you get a DM, if you get some kind of correspondence from anyone other than me, number one, I don't do cryptocurrency. Number two, I don't do futures, I don't do Forex, I don't use WhatsApp, and I don't do Telegram. So anybody asking for any of those whatsoever, you know it ain't me. And if you really want to talk to me, send me your phone number. I will give you a call. We will chat and see if this is right for you. This is not right for everyone. This is slow, this is boring, this is monotonous, and this is the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week is what my goal is. So Bruno, yeah, you're probably right. You probably got asked by a scammer. Now, I find it kind of flattering to have 27 people pretending to be me, using my content, using my pictures, using my video. They actually take my videos and put it up as their own, saying that they're me. Yeah, and they try to scam people out of money, and they have been successful. I've got many correspondence from people that are upset that I scammed them out of money, and I said that wasn't me. I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do WhatsApp. I don't do any of that stuff. You want to get in touch with me? You get in touch with me right here. Okay? All right, all that being said, it's 11:30. I'm done for the day. You guys have a great day. What are good dividend stocks? Well, any company that's increased their dividends for more than 20 years. Okay? Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, All good companies. It's over 300. Those 4 lists I just gave you: Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders. Those 4 lists, it's over 300 decent companies that have consistently increased their dividends. All right, so you guys have a great night, and we'll do the same thing again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. I gotta get that theme song. The Batman. You guys have a great night. Come on. And now, there we go. And now, you guys have a great night. You guys have a great night.